And now to commence proceedings, let me introduce the company. Sandhar Technologies is a customer-centric component supplier primarily catering to automotive OEMs and largely focused on safety and security systems of vehicles with a pan-India presence and a growing international footprint. They are among the leaders in the locking systems and rear-view markets in India for both commercial vehicles and two-wheelers. They're also one of the two largest manufacturers of operator cabins in India, along with being the largest player in the excavator cabins market. To tell us more about the company and its achievements, we have with us here today a glittering array of dignitaries from Sandhar Technologies Ltd who are stalwarts in their fields. We also have luminaries from the world of investment banking and capital markets, and it is my pleasure now to invite them all to the dais and welcome them with bouquets of flowers. We'll begin with Mr. D. N. Davar, Chairman, Sandhar Technologies Ltd. Mr. Jayant Davar, Co-Chairman and Managing Director, Sandhar Technologies Ltd. Mr. Arvind Joshi, Whole-Time Director and Chief Financial Officer, Sandhar Technologies Ltd. Mr. Dharmesh Mehta, Axis Capital Ltd. Mr. Ravi Sadhana, Icici Securities Ltd. And of course, Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO, BSE. To mark an auspicious beginning, I'd like to request all our guests to please move forward to light the ceremonial lamp. And at this moment, I'd like to also invite the family members and the ladies of the family to join in the lamp lighting. Can I request our guests to please stay seated so the videographers at the back have an unrestricted view of the lamp lighting? Thank you. Thank you. Let me now hand over proceedings to Mr. Dharmesh Mehta from Axis Capital Limited to make the opening remarks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a long weekend and we're just back to action, so I can understand some kind of slowness to the event, but that's fine. I don't believe post-listing we'll have the same kind of mood, and surely we'll have much more encouraging people. So on behalf of Axis Capital and the entire IPO team, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Mr. D.N. Dawar, Mr. Jayant Dawar, Mr. Arvind Joshi, Mrs. Charu Khatri, and the entire Sandhar team for this exceptional IPO. We convey our absolute pleasure in being part of this stellar IPO of this 3-decade-old company. Well, despite a bearish scenario in the capital markets, especially in the mid-caps, the offering witnessed participation from all the marquee investors who assisted in the strong book build, which clearly reflects the confidence that investors have shown in the business and the management team of Sandhar Technologies. The issue was subscribed, as you all know, overall 6x, receiving a heavy boost from the QIB section, which was subscribed 14.5x. And the HNI retail also subscribed 6.4 and 1.4x respectively. The anchor book was around 154 crores, with mutual funds contributing 64%, NFIs about 29%, and other DIs about 7%. We are truly honored to have been associated with Sandhar for this IPO and the ever so dedicated management whose efforts have been phenomenal in making this issue successful. The management team has worked tirelessly through the whole process with patience and full trust in us, and completely deserves this momentous occasion. For them, the journey has just begun, and our relationship also has just begun. Thank you.
Thank you. May I now request the man who inspired this journey, Mr. D.N. Dawar, Chairman, Sandhar Technologies Limited, to address the gathering. Mr. D.N. Dawar.
Distinguished observers, members, distinguished guests. It's indeed a historic day for Sandhar Technologies Limited to have reached the portals of Bombay Stock Exchange along with NSE based on fulfillment of criteria requirements. It's one thing to be a member and the other to remain active in the memory of investors and their trust, giving them satisfaction over the ebbs of high and low, which is the essence of trading in and out. STL's idea of being dealt with through raising a capital has inter alia been to reduce debt that has been weighing down profitability. As we proceed the picture of operations, value creation and profitability would become apparently clear to all those who would have dealings with STL. We deeply value your trust and look forward to trading via you, all and others, to build the capitalization and worthiness of STL in the market sense sooner than we imagine. Thank you all for being here to join the green signal, which is aspirational, to follow pretty soon. Many, many thanks once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request the man of the moment, Mr. Jayant Davar, Co-Chairman and Managing Director, Sandhar Technologies Ltd, to address the gathering. Mr. Jayant Davar.
I'm truly overwhelmed and find no words really to be in this hall, which I understand used to be the trading floor. This is not just my first visit to BSE, but I think this is my first foray into anything that has to do with financial matters in that sense. Thank you all for being here, for cheering us up. Thank you, Ashish ji, for being here today. Ravi, of course, my father, Dharmesh, you were the pioneer in driving us as things went forward. And Arvind, like I said, the man who drove us through for Sandhar. And thank you all for being here. It's the beginning of a new journey, and I look to many, many more forays ahead. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir. Next, I'd like to call upon Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO, BSE, to address the gathering.
Mr. D.N. Davar, Chairman, Sandhar Technologies. Mr. Jayant Davar, Co-Chairman and Managing Director, Sandhar Technologies. Mr. Arvind Joshi, Whole-Time Director, Chief Financial Officer, Sandhar Technologies. Mr. Dharmesh Mehta, Access Capital. Mr. Ravi Sadhana, Icici Securities. All people associated with the issue, a very good morning to everyone present here. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the BSE as we celebrate the listing of BSE's newest member, Sandhar Technologies. Listing of a company is a key step for moving forward, opening new avenues and opportunities for growth. An IPO gives prominence to the endeavor of the company, and we at BSE always look forward to encourage the accomplishment of these best practices. As seen in the past, growth and impetus is given to each and every company that gets listed on BSE. I am happy to stand before you representing the proud history of BSE. The place where you are sitting used to be the trading ring of BSE, which got converted into a trading in the convention hall after 1995. BSE has over 5,000 listed companies on its platform, making it the largest of any exchange in the world. BSE has played a catalyst role in developing the Indian capital markets. It's Asia's first and the fastest exchange in the world with speed of 6 microseconds. The total market capitalization listed on BSE is in excess of $2.4 trillion. BSE has kept pace with latest in technology and regulations. It's seen as a robust capital sourcing and trading platform, an investment exchange, and not a speculative one. It provides an efficient and transparent market for trading in bouquet of products like equity, debt, currencies, interest rates, mutual funds, stock lending, borrowing, and many more. BSE puts forward a strong and robust platform for investors to trade in highly secure and reliable environment that offers enhanced liquidity, diversity of participants, innovative technology, and trustworthy clearing services. The S&P BSE Sensex is often referred to as the barometer of Indian economy and is called India's index the world tracks. I'm sure that our newest member will continue to add value to this success story. The book built issue of 1.54 crore equity shares of rupees 10 each was finally priced at 332 rupees at the total issue size of 512.84 crore. The issue was oversubscribed 4.6 times, as Dharmesh said. It has been a great achievement, and there have been more than 135,000 retail applications. I congratulate Sandhar Technologies and everyone involved with this issue for receiving such an overwhelming response. I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate Sandhar for successful listing and wish them the best as they forge forward in their business. This is a beginning for Sandhar, a beginning for New India. I extend my best wishes to the entire team of Sandhar and once again welcome them on the main board of BSE. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now, to commemorate the significance of this event, we will have an exchange of mementos. I'd first like to request Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO, BSE, to present special mementos to our esteemed dignitaries at the dais. Firstly, to Mr. D.N. Davar, Chairman, Sandhar Technologies, and Mr. Jayant Davar, Co-Chairman and Managing Director, Sandhar Technologies. Mr. Arvind Joshi, Whole-Time Director and Chief Financial Officer, Sandhar Technologies. Mr. Dharmesh Mehta, Axis Capital. And Mr. Ravi Sadhana, ICICI Securities. Next, Mr. D.N. Davar and Mr. Jayant Davar will present a special memento to Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan. Mr. Jayant Davar will also present mementos to our dignitaries as well as several esteemed individuals and organizations whose contributions have been invaluable to making this proud occasion possible. We'll begin with Mr. Dharmesh Mehta, Axis Capital Ltd. Mr. Ravi Sardana, ICICI Securities Limited. A representative from Indian Legal Counsel to the company, Khaitan and Company. Mr. Arun Ori from Ad Factors Advertising and PR. A representative from the registrars to the issue, Lincoln Time India Private Limited. And a representative from Orient Printers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ravi Sardana from ICICI Securities Limited will propose the vote of thanks.
I think it's been a wonderful journey for us bankers with the company in the last few months. I compliment the Davar family and the management led by people like Arvind Joshi who have built a wonderful company, a great company, and we hope that and we expect and we pray and I'm sure that this company will have even greater success in the days to come. Now, the company over the last 3.5 decades has built excellent relations with customers, with suppliers, with employees. Now I think they have another constituency of shareholders, and I'm sure they will continue the tradition of keeping everyone whom they work with happy. I look forward to the listing, and I'm sure we all look forward, and we thank BSE for this wonderful ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you. We're now just minutes away from the moment that we've all been waiting for. At 10 o'clock, we will ring the ceremonial opening bell. And of course, it's a very, very proud moment for any company. So heartiest congratulations to Sandhar Technologies. Let's give everyone a really big hand. I'd like to request our dignitaries to make their way to the gong. And of course, I'd like to request all of you to join me in the countdown to the opening bell when the timer gets to 10 seconds. It's a very, very proud moment, and I'm sure everyone is delighted that family members could be here to witness it. I'd also like to request all our guests to please stay seated during the bell ringing ceremony so that the media and videographers at the back get an unrestricted view of the ceremony. If you hit harder, prices go up. There's just over a minute left now, and as we get closer to 59, a timer will begin. And then when we get to 10 seconds, please join in the countdown. Less than 30 seconds now. Okay, join me at 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations! Sandhar Technologies Limited is now officially listed on BSE. Heartiest congratulations to the company. Heartiest congratulations to Sandhar Technologies Limited on this momentous occasion. Thank you all for joining us, and please do stay on for. Thank you so much.